Good morning. Join me today for a sunrise flight out of Montreal, Quebec as we make our way on down to Nashville, Tennessee. Today, we'll fly with United Airlines, trying out their domestic first-class product. As we make our way to Nashville today, we'll start in Montreal, Quebec. We'll head south along the Hudson River down towards Newark, New Jersey, Liberty International Airport, where we'll catch a connecting flight. From there, we'll head west on to Nashville, Tennessee. We'll try out United's domestic first-class product in two distinctly different airplanes. Today we begin our journey with an early morning departure out of Montreal, Quebec, thanks to a slight flight delay for my flight the previous day originating out of Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. I made my way from my hotel to the airport 2 hours before my flight to check in for my early morning flight. After I arrived at the airport, to my surprise I found a very long line for the security check-in. As it would turn out, all of the security scanners were broken, so all the bags had to be manually inspected. I almost missed my flight. After clearing the security checkpoint and customs, I made my way to my gate, where I made my way down the jet bridge to my awaiting Embraer 175 aircraft that would take me on to Newark, New Jersey. My seat for today would be seat 2A, a single seat on the port side of the aircraft. These Embraer 175 aircraft, in operations for most domestic air carriers, are arranged in a 2-1 configuration for business class. For solo travelers like myself, the port side and the A seat offers the most private space for the flight. Dawn was breaking in the eastern sky as we pushed back from our gate and slowly made our way to the runway. As we took off, we got to see the Montreal skyline under us as we slowly started to make our way towards Newark. Major airlines in the United States have chosen to rely on the Embraer 175 aircraft as a staple in their regional fleets in recent years. Most of the major airlines in the United States chose a similar cabin layout for this aircraft. Republic Airways, the operator for this leg of today's flight, operates for American and Delta as well, and that provides them with a consistent product through their entire fleet. Besides, it's not like there's too many options for an aircraft of this size anyways. The seats in the first class cabin have plenty of legroom measuring in at 37 inches of pitch, and also offer plenty of shoulder room at 20 inches of width. Even with my tall frame at 6 foot 2 inches or 188 centimeters and my shoulder width of 24 inches or 61 centimeters, I had plenty of room to spread out. The seat amenities were pretty standard, offering a tray table which folded out from the armrest, but also boasted a cup rest from the arm of the seat, which I found handy for a time when I might have a drink and not want the inconvenience of a tray table covering my lap. As we continued on our flight south, I took some time to just admire the views out the window. The sunrise was breathtaking, and I really enjoyed all the lakes that we found ourselves flying over. Before I could even really get settled into my seat, this short flight was almost over, and we started making our approach into Newark Liberty International Airport. Out the portside window, I could see New York City, and I got to enjoy the skyline views as we started our approach and made our landing. After landing, we began the long taxi to the gate. I was impressed with just how busy this airport is, with everything from wide-body planes heading around the world to small regional planes bound for the short hops across the country. This airport really does have it all. While we were still taxiing to our gate, I took some time to pull out my United app and figure out where my next flight was. However, when I opened the app, I couldn't find my flight at all. Any record of it disappeared. After a few moments of panic, I figured I'd just have to get this sorted out by a gate agent, and I'd just have to wait. After deep planning, I found the nearest gate agent. I explained what had happened and was told that they had had issues like this lately. Has this happened to you while flying United? Comment below if you've had similar quirks with their computer system. After getting my tickets sorted out, I had to hurry. To reach my next flight, I had to trek clear across the airport and take a bus to another part of it, as there wasn't a train to connect the concourses yet. I arrived just in time to watch my flight pull up to the gate. This Boeing 737-800 would be the plane taking us on to Nashville for the duration of our travel today. I made my way down the jet bridge and settled into my seat for this leg of the journey, seat 1A. These 737-800 aircraft are arranged in a 2-2 configuration in the first class cabin and a 3-3 configuration in the economy cabin, with 37 inches of pitch in first, 33 inches of pitch in economy plus, and 30 inches of pitch in economy. I'm often a little wary of the bulkhead seat as a taller passenger. I found that sometimes the area under the seat in front of me, where I would normally put my legs, is gone. I'm looking at you, American Airlines, and your A319 fleet. But in this seat, I found that there was plenty of room to stretch out, and my legroom was fine. This seat had to be one of the most loaded domestic first-class seats I've ever tried out. The amenities were really well thought out in this seat. United really did a great job designing these seats. There was plenty of storage on the sides of the seats for my tablet and camera gear. There was a plug and couplers that slid out with enough room to hold 4 cups if you wanted to. As I settled into my seat, we pushed back from the gate, and United started the safety video on the in-flight entertainment screen. I have to say, I kind of enjoyed the video. As we made our way from our gate to the runway, you could see the derelict hulk of the previous terminal. As we were moving, I could just think of all the flights that must have departed from this terminal, and all the times that I flew out of it in the past. We passed all the hustle and bustle of activity in the airport as we made our way to the runway. Bulkhead seat, I liked that the screen was mounted on the wall rather than the armrest, since it did not cut into the overall seat width. There was a remote for controlling it, though I didn't find it too difficult to reach the screen and operate the touchscreen with my hands. As I often do, I scrolled through the in-flight map and looked over all the territory we would pass through throughout the flight. Once acquainted with the route, I took some time to browse the selection of in-flight movies and TV shows. With this short duration flight, I wouldn't watch any, but I found that there was a good selection, and United did a good job at picking their in-flight entertainment. The drink service offered on this flight was standard. The flight attendant took drink orders, which were served in tall glasses. While this is nicer than the plastic glasses on my previous flight, it's rather standard across domestic first-class products. So for this, United is right on par. Following drink service, the flight attendants came around with a snack basket, which I declined. However, I found that there was a good selection of healthy and sweet choices that I could have picked, had I wanted to. As we made our approach to Nashville, I reflected on the journey I'd had so far. A trip which started half a continent away the day before was coming to an end. Air Canada, albeit through a rather roundabout way of doing so, got me to Nashville and had plenty of time to catch my next flight. For those of you following along, join me in my next video as I travel with Delta Airlines to Santiago de Chile in their premium economy product called Premium Select. Thanks to everyone at Air Canada, United, and Star Alliance for making my journey a success. And most importantly, thanks to all you watching at home. I couldn't do any of this without you. If you like this video and want to see more, hit the subscribe button down below for more travel content as I work to expand this channel.